YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Ao. We are back with another Last Shelter video. Today, we're going to be talking about hero gear, hero equipment. I'm going to have different timestamps in the video because some of this is going to be for the basic stuff for newer players or people just coming back into the game. There are a lot of people who don't understand this hero gear stuff yet. And they've reached out to me basically asking, hey, can you explain this stuff? Can you make a video about it? So that's what we're doing here. Then there's going to be a separate section talking about the new announcement, the new update around hero gear. Is the introduction of 3-star and 4-star hero gear. So I'll have kind of two separate sections so you can skip ahead if you're, if you already know about the hero gear, but you want to know about 3 and 4-star advancements. So let's just jump right into it. The basics. There's this new building here, or not new, but the hero gear has actually been around for almost a year, maybe around 9 months. There's a building, the equipment store. It has 2 different tabs. We'll jump into the equipment store first. There's a different currency that's introduced with hero gear, and it is these iron plates here. So you can see that this base currently has almost 28,000 iron plates, and there are a bunch of items that you can purchase every day. Once you purchase them for the day, though, you have to wait until the next day to purchase more. So there's parts of equipment, which is very, very important. This is used for the hero gear advancements. I'm going to be talking about these a little bit later, but just know that you'll need a lot of these if you are planning on advancing your hero gear. Then there are different qualities. So there's blue. Blue is the basic quality. It is the cheapest, and it gives you the least amount of stats. It just basically gives you a stat, one single stat. So the weapon will give you might, the helmet will give you resistance, the chest resistance, the boots combat speed, and then kind of the accessory additional might. So generally speaking, the blue gear is just like, let's say you have, 1 or 2 really strong APCs, and then the rest kind of like, they're there, but they're not very good. Just equipping these simple, basic equipment will do nice. It'll give you more stats. You can kill tiles easier and things like that. But that's basically all these are for. You can split hero gear or this hero equipment, and you will get back the iron plates that you spent to get the equipment. So it's not like you're not wasting your currency by buying these blue and then replacing it later. You can split it and then buy the increased quality. So the next one's this purple stuff. The purple stuff actually gives you 2 different effects. Again, each piece is a little bit different. And then there is a locked 3rd slot here. The locked slot is achieved, or it's unlocked when you advance the hero equipment. We'll show that in a little bit, but just know that it's basically double of this main stat. So it's pretty good. So here, you can get might here. You can get tactical resistance for your helmet, resistance for, and so on and so forth. And then finally, the highest quality is going to be this kind of bronze-ish color. The legendary is sort of, if you compare it to the hero mechs weapons, this legendary hero gear. The legendary is going to give you even again another stat. So, for the sword or for the weapon, it's going to be additional normal attack damage. And then there are 2 locked slots. The first row right here, you'll unlock by advancing it once to a 1-star. The second slot is going to unlock once you advance it again to a 2-star. So once you advance the 1-star to a 2-star. And again, we'll show all that in a little bit. But the main importance about this legendary gear is the set bonus. So just like parts, like APC parts, like Baneblade and, Phantom and stuff like that, if you equip multiple pieces of the same set, you will then get piece bonuses. And these are very important. They give you pretty good stats, as you can see here. But the more important thing about this is, if you're just starting out getting these, you're a newer base or whatever, and you're just unlocking these, you are going to want to maximize the set bonus ability. It's basically just extra stats. So instead of, putting maybe one legendary piece on 3 heroes, you might instead put 3 pieces on 1 hero to get that additional resistance and might on that 1 hero. So let's kind of talk about the hero equipment in general and how you should sort of be using it. Here we can see the equipment depot. This is all of your equipment that you have, all the equipment equipped and further. So basically, you can go to your heroes once you craft or once you buy one of those pieces. Go to any hero you want and click on this kind of weapon symbol. And then there will be these slots where you can then put in, the equipment that you have. So here, in this case, we're equipping this for Hunk. There are additional kind of advanced stuff with some of this hero gear. So a lot of this hero gear is going to be specific. Let me take that back. Some of this hero gear is going to be specific, or like kind of extra hero gear. So here you can see that this weapon, this M8 Avenger Assault Rifle, is different. It's a different type. It looks different. It even has a different set with different bonuses. This stuff is kind of the pay to win. This is the whale territory area, basically. As far as I have seen, I'm sure there are other ways to get these, but as far as I have seen, you have to pay money for these. I haven't seen a way where you get these for 100% for free. Now, it might not cost as much because you can get these during events from like doing other things. For example, there's an event currently going on where if you just open chests, you actually can eventually get this. If you use a bunch of super tickets, you can get this. So there are like potentially ways, but they're all pretty much locked behind paying, which is fine. The default gear is basically the same. It's just a couple points different. So also, when you upgrade your gear, you are going to basically make it like a vehicle, a shooter, or a fighter part. And then that's going to give you this exclusive. So here we have combat speed on the boots or additional might on the weapon. That's going to be the same even if you upgrade it from 1 star to 2 star. You can see here the fighter might plus 15, and at 1 star fighter might plus 15. So that's going to remain the same. And even at 3 star and 4 star and beyond. So let's talk about kind of how to utilize this, or like how to best utilize the hero gear. You're going to want, and this is more for newer bases and kind of more free to play or medium spenders. You're going to want to assess your strongest APCs. So let's say the APC that you use, in the class APC with Baneblade and your best mech, you're going to want to equip your best hero gear there first. So like I said originally, it might be better instead of like equipping one piece of hero gear for all of the heroes in your APCs, it's to equip the best on your best APC. So in this example, let's say your tuner Cyclone. Let's say you have Gloria, because she's a pretty good example of this. So a lot of times you're going to be using Gloria with like supports or tanks, Kung Fu Master, or like Angel or Ifan or whoever. A lot of times it's going to be tanks or more supports. Gloria, however, is where you want to put all of that might, all of that damage on top of her. So it can be worthwhile for you to put a three set on Gloria. So it could be like your weapon, your accessory, because both of those give might, and then let's just say like your boots, so you get extra combat speed or something. Similar to how we did it with Baneblade, where you would put the suspension. You'd get a 2-piece, right? You'd get your suspension and I think the weapon, I don't remember. That would give you extra might. This is going to be the same case here, where you might want to do that on Gloria, and then you'd work on putting the pieces in for your other ones, for putting a 2-piece on Annie, so you get that additional resistance, and that would be like your chest and your pants, for example, because those are going to give you resistance. And then the same thing, with the support hero or whatever. So you can see here, again, we're going to go into the weapon thing. So here it is resistance, tactical resistance, HP, like all the tanky stuff, right? You're going to want that on your tanks. So you might instead put these 2 pieces, helmet and chest, not pants, helmet and chest, instead of like weapon and accessory. Does that make, hopefully this is making sense. So again, you're going to kind of want to estimate, or like not really estimate, but understand what your strongest is, what your strongest APC is, and then what your strongest heroes need. And then apply it through there. You can kind of piecemeal these hero equipment, and it will all ultimately depend on your setup. So it is a little bit difficult to just give a blanket statement of put this and this on this hero, but that's sort of how it's done. The damage dealers, you're going to want the weapon and the accessory. The tanks, generally, you'll put the helmet and the chest plate. And then supports, the combat speed on the boots is fairly important. So you can potentially put the combat speed and like the chest, for example, on a support. So you'll get that combat speed if that hero needs it, and then the resistance, the tankiness from the chest. So that's just, a general guideline. Some heroes really, really need combat speed. If you have like individual abilities that are very important. Back in the day, Tech Priestess, for example, if you had more combat speed than your opponent, or you were attacking instead of defending, you could straight up just win the battle just from having that additional combat speed. She could confuse the other side and basically just win out from there. So there are going to be some instances where like, you might want to build the boots first and whatever. So it's all pretty dynamic. If you have any questions about how you should be setting up for yourself, or you're watching this video and realizing like, wait, I only have my helmet on Gloria, but I have a full set on like IFAN or something like that, If that kind of rings true to you, down in the description, there's a link to the Community Last Shelter Discord that I am in, that other content creators are in, and that a large community of very, very well-informed people are in. It is not run by the game, so you can post whatever you want about the game. You can shit talk it or like whatever. So yeah, you can go down there, ask for any help you want. I can help you, or the community would be more than happy to help you as well. So that's going to be the basics on the hero equipment. Let's dive into the advancing the hero equipment, and then eventually 3-star and 4-star. So like I said, the steel sword is basically the baseline, or the steel in general is the baseline for legendary. You can advance it by equipping 2 additional steel swords. If you're advancing your weapon, you're going to need 2 additional weapons, and then parts of equipment, which we saw earlier in the equipment store, to advance to 1-star gear. And you can see here that you get an increase of stats. So 4% might, 2% tactical might, 5% basic attack damage increase. And then it unlocks that 4th row of might, which just gives you plus 22% might. So you might think that these stats here are not much, and they really are not. But the big benefit of advancing is you just unlock this brand new row here, which gives you straight up 22% extra might on top of all this other stuff. So you're basically getting 26% might. I don't know why I keep saying percent. It's just flat, but whatever. You're getting 26 might from just advancing, which is pretty big, especially if you have full sets of all of these stats. It does add up a lot. So this will cost, again, parts of equipment and steel swords. So it's not like it's just free to advance, but you'll eventually farm all that stuff up from basically just doing everything throughout the game, even free to play, or there are paying options for you to get this stuff here, and then you can upgrade it to a 1-star. Once you're at 1-star, you can again upgrade it further, so you can advance to 2-star. And again, you'll just get an increase in stats, a slight increase. So in this case, it's like 6 additional might, but again, you unlock another row. So now damage dealt, you just get straight up 7%. And 7% is pretty significant, believe it or not. Because of damage and because of the way that the damage formulas work, 7% is fairly significant. So again, you will need 2 more base swords, and then these parts of equipment from the store. Now, the cost of going from base to level 1 on 1 piece, so on basically just the sword, you're going to have to buy 2 base swords. They're 6,000 each. That's going to be 12,000 plates. 12,000 plates basically just to buy these 2 extra items here. And then you have to buy these 50 parts of equipment. These each cost 100, so that's going to be 5,000, which means you have 6,000 plus 6,000 plus 5,000, 17,000. So it's going to cost you 17,000 plates just to upgrade one piece. Now, every hero theoretically can get 5 pieces, so you can see that the cost is pretty significant pretty quick. So again, your best hero and your best APC, do them first. That's generally the guideline that I would recommend. Now, let's talk about the new advancements, the 3-star and 4-star. So, here we can see this is the 2-star stuff as we saw before. If you go to advance, you're going to get an increase again in stats. And it will obviously cost more. So you can see that it's going to cost you 30,000 plates. Again, you need 2 steel swords, but a lot of it is this parts of equipment. It is now up to 180 for each upgrade. So this is 30,000 plates for each part for each hero. So it can get very, very expensive. For one single hero, it's 150,000 iron plates to upgrade everything to level 3. And these are the bonuses that you're getting. It is not much. You do not unlock an additional row because this is a legendary gear. There's no more additional row, so all you're getting basically is 6% might, 2% tactical might, 2% basic attack damage. I clearly can't type. Basica. And then 1% extra damage. Now that's just on the weapon. For 30,000, like I said, if you do it for all 5, you'll get similar values, similar effects. So like we can show the boots, the steel boots, for example. When you upgrade these, it's very similar. 6 combat speed, and then, basically all the same, the rest. So it's really, really not much, and it will cost a lot, especially if you have 15 items or 12 items, 12 hero gear. Like if you really have a lot of these, upgrading them all to 3-star is not worth it in my opinion. Now, the advanced gear, or the better gear, the specific gear here, it does upgrade slightly more. So instead of 6% might, it's going to be 8% might, and instead of 1% damage, it's 2% damage, etc. But again, it's very, very small, and these are very expensive. Like I said, the only way you can actually get these items, not the only way, but generally they're going to be behind some sort of paying wall. It might not be crazy, crazy expensive for you to get one, or maybe even 2 of these, but for you to outfit your entire hero cast with these upgraded, or these, I don't know, special equipment, that's going to get very, very expensive very, very quick. If you're in that situation where, let's say you have 2-star of this advanced gear, or the special gear, you can see that it's 25% might. If you go to your normal and you upgrade it, you're basically going to get more than if you spent all of that trying to upgrade the other one. So you might want to consider getting the regular steel stuff up first instead of spending. It's up to you. And then again, for 4-star, this is even more expensive. It requires 450 parts of equipment. It's very, very expensive for iron plates, and also for the actual items themselves. So I don't have any 3-star, so I can't really show you the jump to 4-star, but I do, however, have a screenshot given just from the community. And these are going to be, again, basically the exact same increases. 40,000 plates this time for each equipment. Again, you need 5, so 20,000 just to go from 3 to 4. For basically each hero, it becomes a lot. So I meant 200,000 for each hero to go just from 3 to 4. Now remember, from 2 to 3 is 150,000. And then from 3 to 4 is 200,000. So 350,000 plates to go for one hero, just one hero, to go from 2-star to 4-star. Basically just double these numbers to add them up. It's 12% might, 4% tactical might, 4% basic attack damage, 2% damage. That is all you are getting for 350,000 iron plates. I don't know. It's up to you if you want to. I don't know that I would recommend it. I mean, I do know that I wouldn't recommend it. There are far better areas to be spending your money on. However, if you do have just a lot of iron plates, just, you get them from events all the time and what have you. Right now, we currently have events going on. No, what it's excuse me. Yes, the Alliance mobilization here. So we have the Alliance mobilization, which will give you iron plates. So like you might not be directly buying these, and you might just accumulate a lot over time. If that's the case, I mean, obviously go ahead and just upgrade it at your leisure. But I wouldn't really stress upgrading these from 3 to 4, or even just from 2 to 3. It's definitely not the priority. I would probably flesh out your entire category first. The jump from base to 1, which is much cheaper, is much, much better. Because, again, you're getting that like 22% additional might. You're unlocking a new row, basically. That's going to be much, much, much more important. And then, again, 1 to 2, also cheaper, also better. You are unlocking another row. So I would flesh out the entire category of 1 and 2 stars before even considering taking things to 3 and 4 stars. So that's the recommendation. That's kind of what I'll leave you with there. Again, go ahead and make your own choices. Do whatever you please. But mathematically, you should definitely continue just getting 2 stars on everything before considering even going 3-star or 4-star. So that's going to be it, guys, for the hero equipment, both the basic stuff and then the advanced stuff. If you're going for the advanced stuff and like you hear I say like don't go for it, I'm just saying value-wise, right? If value is not a concern, or like efficiency of dollars spent is not a concern, and you just, you need to be the best, these do give you a lot of stats. They really do, especially like in aggregate. So if you have 3 heroes with all 4-star stuff, it's a pretty significant amount of stats. It really is. But again, it's just about the value proposition there. So that's going to be it, guys. If you have any more questions on this stuff, or again, you want to know like for your in particular setup, you want to see some of these numbers, the description is the easiest way to get in contact with me and the rest of the brilliant community that we have. So join it if you want. It doesn't matter to me. Anyway, guys, let me know down in the comments what you think about this video. I'll be doing more about some of the newer stuff. I say newer, but basically since I've been gone. So like yesterday tech and all this hero mech and stuff like that. I'll be doing that. But before we end this video, I want to talk about kind of the future or the potential future of equipment, because I think it is very important to kind of understand this next step. So if we go back to the hero store or the equipment store, we saw that there were different qualities, and as you get more quality, so purple, you can basically advance to 1 star. Legendary, you can advance to 2 stars. Well, now 3 and 4, but you only unlock 2 areas. I am anticipating that they're going to release epic hero equipment fairly soon, within the next couple of seasons, depending on player, how the players are responding to this 3 and 4-star stuff. They're probably going to release epic equipment that has more levels of unlocks. So probably up to 4 unlocks, meaning advancing the epic gear to 4-star will be very, very important. So that's just what I foresee. I'm sure that's going to cost like enormous amounts of iron plates and what else have you, and potentially they'll give you the option to like split all of your legendary ones and get the advanced materials. So I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but you can just split the basic and you'll get back all of the iron plates. If you advance it and then split it, you'll get back the iron plates, but not the stuff that it costs to advance it, if that makes sense. So I don't know, maybe they'll do something like that, or like you can just maybe they'll have an event where you can just transfer, legendaries to epics with additional iron plates. Not really sure. I mean, this is all speculation, but I really do assume, since they released 3 and 4-star, and there's almost no point in going for 3 and 4-star. Again, you can see this is all you're getting. It's very minimal. That they'll probably release epic, just like the hero mechs. The hero mechs have epic weapons. So yeah, that's what I foresee. Don't know. Let me know in the comments your guys' assumptions, if you agree with me, or if you think, no, actually I think they're just going to do this or whatever. Let me know. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I just think. So it might not be a bad idea to just be saving up all of your iron plates for a while. Once you get basically all of your APCs, all of your heroes to 2-star, to just kind of save up iron plates. It's probably what I would be doing if I had had a big base and was spending. That's just what I would do. I don't really care about the 3-star and the 4-star. It's not really important. So that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a long video, but again, I'll split it up into different sections. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you watched it all the way through, I appreciate it very much. If you just skipped ahead, I appreciate it very much. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully it helps. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Eat that pizza. You know what it is. Peace.